Speaking to Canvey Island manager Brad Wellmen following our 1-0 defeat against Dereham Town. Brad, our first league defeat of the season. What did you make of that?
Yeah, listen, we knew a defeat was going to come. It was we're not going to go through the whole season unbeaten. It's a difficult league to be in, um, and I just felt that we huffed and puffed a little bit today. We had long periods where we had possession, probably wasn't as effective as we've been in previous weeks. But listen, fair play to Dereham. They've come here and with a game plan and they executed it from the beginning. So you got to give them a bit of credit for coming and doing that, and that's their way of playing. But overall, I think that we huffed and puffed and didn't really create enough or work their keeper enough, which we've been doing in recent weeks.
It was quite an attacking game, both teams having plenty of the ball in the other team's third of the pitch. It felt like the difference to me was that they seemed to get their shots off maybe with a bit more regularity, forcing Bobby into a number of save, hitting the woodwork a couple of times, whereas we didn't quite test their keeper as much.
Yeah, we knew that their threat, having looked at them, and that their threat was, their attacking play. They've got the two wingers that are lively, that are very good technical players, playing off the big nine up front. They whilst they got shots off and worked him, they worked him from distance, which is something that we didn't do and haven't done the last few weeks. But yeah, they're always going to be a threat going forward. But I just think at times if we use the ball better in the attacking half of the pitch, if we maintain possession instead of turning it over in sloppy areas where we've got overloads in certain areas of the pitch, we're not going to get hit on the counter attack. And I felt today it was at times the game was a little bit like a basketball match. It was end to end, and we needed to just shore it up and just go and get sustained pressure, which I think we done late in the game, but by then they're sort of all packing in and making it difficult for us to play. So, fair play to them, but, we need to be better.
One player that did seem to really try and grab the game by the scruff of the neck for me was Harrison Chattin. Seemed to get himself around the pitch, bring himself into deep areas of late and try and maybe fill in that role that Jamie Salmon's not been able to, getting the ball from deep and trying to play it forward with a bit more quality than we've been able to.
Yeah, to be fair, Harrison's a talented boy, and we got him actually a little bit further up the pitch today. But as the game went on and we was overloading certain areas, he picks up great little pockets of space coming and pick the ball up, and he keeps the ball rotating side to side. And he definitely, considering he's been on his sick bed all week, he's a winner, and that's what he wants to do. He wants to go and win the game. So he's going to go into areas to see where he can affect it. And he tried to keep our tempo high, and he tried to that. But we just needed to make sure that when we've got that we've got the quality when we're moving the ball, and we just lack the quality today.
So this time was always going to come at some point, and we've now had two defeats on the bounce, both without scoring, having been scoring quite freely up until now. Tricky game next week as well against Stowmarket, who are a decent side. What are your thoughts going forward, and what needs to change for us to get back on the horse?
Yeah, listen, I think today was really a game that we probably didn't look like scoring, to be honest. And I think that's a concern. Even though we did create opportunities, the final ball wasn't good enough. I think that we had a great little move in the first half where Pricey from a free kick, where Harrison Chatting got in, headed it back across the goal. Pricey missed from point blank range, which if that goes in, is it a different game, etc. Because they've always at 0-0, they're sort of set up to not get beat. They then nick a goal, so they're going to set up even more. They've got something to hold on to. But I just think we just need to get back to being getting our strengths out. And I think today, technically, we wasn't good enough, and we're a good technical team. So whilst we did pass the ball, sometimes it was bouncing off us, sometimes it was the passes weren't good enough, etc. So I think it's just more technical ability. We've got a Essex Senior Cup game in a week, which will be a good opportunity for us to get back to getting our strengths out, and then we go again against Stowmarket. But as I've said, people are going to come in now, and they're going to look at it, and because of our position in the league first and foremost, and before today we was unbeaten, so someone wanted to be that first team to take that off us. But we've got to expect teams to come here and be hard to beat. It's when you look at it and the crowd and the atmosphere and things like that, people want to keep them quiet. So we've got to get used to that. Teams are going to come and sit in, and they're going to be difficult to beat, and they're going to work hard, which is what Dereham done today. They did work hard. They won first and second balls around the pitch and really grafted. And I think we've got to make sure that we match that work ethic first and foremost, so we don't get out fought, and then we can let our technical ability do the work.
Thanks, Brad.
Thanks, Glenn.